Before we start, just a quick disclaimer. The audio sounds a little bit funky for this first podcast. We got new mics coming, so just bear with us. And yeah, enjoy. And welcome to the Mainly the Boys podcast.
What's up, everybody?
Brandon.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. All right.
We got some biscuits.
All right. So I want to start out today with a little story. So tonight I hopped on and I decided I wanted to get everything ready. So I went on Adobe Premiere, which I've been paying for like a year, but I haven't been using it. So I went on and I accidentally I deleted the email that was associated with that account through Google. So there's no way for me to access the account I'm paying for. So I got the support, which is like a chat. And I was literally on the chat for like 45 minutes and did not resolve the issue.
Wait, is it like one of those ones that's like a person, or is it like a fucking like robot or whatever?
No, it was a real person, but I'm sure it was somebody in Pakistan pretending to be Tony. So, anyways, so 45 minutes passed, and the whole time, Razer's Synapse was fucking like a keyboard the whole time, so it kept shutting it down and turning it on. So I had to wait like 30 seconds every 30 seconds for my keyboard to actually type. Yeah. And at the end of it, I didn't even get back into the account. So they're like, okay, well, let's associate your phone number with your account. So I gave them my phone number. They associated with me. They sent me a code. 10 minutes went by. I finally got the code, typed the code in. The code is wrong. Hit resend code. And then it was like, oh, it's been temporarily disabled for security reasons. So then I told the chat guy, and he's like, oh, you're going to have to wait an hour. So now I'm going to have to wait an hour to even try again.
That sounds awful, bro.
Well, you got a good way to pass the time.
Yeah, no kidding. So
legit, such
that was
a waste of time.
That was cancer. And usually when my keyboard messes up like that, if I just restart my computer, it's fine. But I couldn't restart my computer, or else it would cancel out the chat. Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to pull a little like April Fool's pranky on you.
I don't know, but either way, I was getting pissed. So I'm just gonna have to try it later. If it doesn't work, I'll have to cancel my account and start a new one. But do you guys want to start with a topic?
Sure, who wants to go first?
We'll go in BKC order.
All right.
So Brandon, Kyle, and me.
All right. Have you guys discovered any new music?
No,
That really
motherfucker, you're supposed to roll the dice.
I just did.
You're supposed to let us know that you're rolling the dice.
I clearly made it. All right, you want me to roll it again? You want me to start this over?
Yeah, roll
Right.
again.
I'm going to put
need
my
to
mic
know.
really close to it. All right.
Get some AMSR, whatever the fuck it is.
All right. Did you hear it this time?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Have you guys discovered any new games?
New games. Valorant. Kyle showed me Valorant.
Yeah, I guess Valorant. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I don't know if it's because we're getting older and times have changed, but there isn't, like, in my opinion, there hasn't been like any new good games lately.
No.
I agree with that.
And everyone that comes out that's like supposed to be hype, like supposed to be so good, is just turns out to be trash. So I don't know. I mean, like, Anthem was a good example. Like, that game should have been so good, but for some reason it's just fucking garbage.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the Destiny killer.
That worked out real well.
I feel like a lot of new games are like that though. Like I get so hyped up and so excited, and they never like are to the standard that I put old games at, which you think they would be, if not the same or better than the past games.
No, I agree.
It's just fucking, I don't know. It's just Like, I don't even want to buy new games anymore sometimes. It's like, I get so excited to buy a new one, and it's like, what's the point? Let me just find out from a friend once they play it and realize it's shit, if it's shit or not.
Exactly. And it doesn't help that they're $60 a piece.
Right.
I
It's
mean,
so
fuck.
overpriced.
Yeah. It's stupid. And then they say the PS4 is supposed to be $70 a game.
That's honestly why I'm not complaining about Valorant. Like, Valorant is what it is, you know what I mean? It's not the best game in the world, but for a free game, I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed they've been doing a lot of those, like, not really technically, like, I don't know if I could call them good games, but I've seen, like, a lot of these, like, free-to-play games that are, like, Battle Royales or, like, Valorant style. They're actually pretty decent, but at the same time, there's just nothing to them.
Right. I also think it's because people are like so disappointed with the main game creators falling short on all these new games that they're looking for like other avenues of gaming, and they're going to like these small creators that can't really market a game with a price but can release it for free and are playing those ones instead.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's like fucking what is it, Brandon? Bungie or Ubisoft that does Elder Scrolls? Bungie.
That's
Isn't it?
Bethesda.
Oh, duh. I've only seen it 400 times on the loading screen. We've been waiting on a new Elder Scroll for how long?
Skyrim's come out quite a few times now.
Yeah, we get Skyrim on every fucking console. It's come out since 2010. Oh my god. I think I just got lost when Nintendo Switch came out. Skyrim for Nintendo Switch?
Or like Fortnite for Nintendo Switch. Oh my god, I fucking hate Fortnite.
Oh my god, the only games that should be on there is Mario. And Mario, that's better. That's better.
I'm not gonna lie, I have Mortal
Zelda.
Kombat for mine. That's kind of fun.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat was fun. My problem is the combos. I can't do combos, and that game's all about combos.
Yeah. See, I used to play that game with my mom, and my mom didn't actually know how to play it. So the only thing she'd do is fucking button mash the thing until like she got me into a move that I couldn't get out of and just basically beat the shit out of me in a corner. It was fucking great.
That's what all those games are like. What's that? I don't know if you guys remember that game. I can't remember if it was called like Street Fighter or something, but it's pretty much like Mortal Kombat, but they're all like gangsters.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Hold on, I gotta look it up. I gotta figure out what that was called. We used to play that game. I think it was on Xbox 360 all the time.
Brendan,
Yeah,
what about Valheim?
it's your standard sandbox survival, but I mean, for me, it's the first time I actually was the person to find the game to offer it to friends, because every other time I've always been the one that's offered to. So I find that pretty special, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's low poly. It's nothing. It's not like it's gonna win any graphic awards, but I think gameplay is pretty fun.
Well, it's kind of like Minecraft. Like, Minecraft's not the best graphics quality in the world,
No.
but people still like playing it.
Yeah, it's simple.
Right. And I've heard from a bunch of people it is a good game. I haven't personally played it, but I've heard very good things about it.
I definitely recommend it. I mean, it's really popular nowadays, right now, because on Steam it's mostly positive reviews overall, which is a good sign. Usually they get other games will get bombarded like Cyberpunk.
What is like Mortal Kombat? Like, what are those games called? Like, what is the type of game? The genre, I guess.
I don't really know. What would you classify that as?
Because it's gonna bug me so bad until I figure out the name of that game. Oh, I can't.
I think it literally is Street Fighter.
No, it's
Literally.
not. It's not Street Fighter. Because I looked up Street Fighter. Street Fighter like games. Because it was literally like in the slums, and like you were like baggy pants gangsters. I can't remember what that game was called. It's gonna bug me so bad. Hold on, I'm on a 20 best fighting games of all time. Let me see if I can find it. Super Smash Bros. I'd like get the Nintendo Switch just to play Super Smash Bros. I remember playing that all the time.
I have it, bro.
Do you really? Oh, yeah, you have
Me and Aubrey played Smash Bros for like fucking 4 days straight.
It's kind of sick.
Noah could tell you that online is just cancer for the most part. Like, you have to be really good at playing to play like online. You have to know all their special shit. You can't hand a fucking control like that or a game like that to a kid and expect them to do well. Like, it's just not gonna happen because you have to do all these fucking combos and shit to even surpass half the people on that online.
Yeah, I button mash half the time in that game, so I probably wouldn't be too good online.
Yeah, that's the only shitty part. Is like most people do just button mash. Even if you learn all of the combos and stuff, a lot of people do just button mash. I am one of them. What do you think? Roll the dice. Go to the next topic.
Sure, who's next?
Kyle. I'm going last.
1.
All right, so something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now is how Maine recently has been talking about doing away with inspection stickers on vehicles. It's something that's been tossed around for a couple of years now, and I would just wanted your guys' thoughts on, should it be something that's a thing, or should they get rid of it? And I know a lot of states do and do not have it, and as a whole, should we have it in the United States?
Well, since I work on cars all day, some of the fucking things that have come into the shop that wanted a sticker should not have been on the fucking road. Like, there's been bad ones because there is a lot of like there was one girl I saw on Facebook and she was pissed off because her car didn't pass for inspection and it was the middle of winter, dead ass. She had bald tires and no brakes and no e-brake. And she didn't understand. She posted on Facebook. She's like, I think it's so stupid. I didn't get a sticker. It's like, bitch, you come to a 4-way intersection and you need to hit that red light. You hit the brakes. Got no brakes. You're sliding through. Like, you could kill a family of 6. But on the other hand, do I think they should be dumbed down a lot? Yeah. Like,
that's kind of my opinion on it.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stupid shit that just shouldn't be stupid shit. Like there's a couple that have already been changed. Like you used to have your rear wiper. If the blade was peeling, it would fail. Or like,
are you shitting me?
Yeah, they just recently changed that. Another one is if the vehicle is factory equipped with fog lights, they had to work.
Really?
Yeah, which is also really stupid because it's like, if
half the fog lights in Maine don't work.
Not only that, but a lot of cars don't even have fog lights. So what's the difference?
Right. What added benefit? Like, I obviously see better in fog, but like if cars don't have them, why are you penalizing the cars that do? Like, that's another bulb that person has to buy if it goes out. It should be he or she's decision whether or not they need to put a bulb in it.
Agreed. Oh, and on that topic, so a stock headlight. So some of the Grand Cherokees come with HID headlights.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to change one. This was a while ago, but I had to change one and I had them price it out. Dude, $300 and something for a fucking headlight.
That's
just for a bulb.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like top of the line.
Like probably like Chrysler bulb kind of deal.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but it was a what am I trying to say? The top of the line Jeep, so it was like fully loaded.
Yeah. My kind of opinion on the whole thing, though, is like, I don't think they should get rid of them because, yes, there's still shit boxes without a sticker that drive around every day. We all know that still happens. You know what I mean? But at least if there's some set of rules set into place, it keeps the ones that like that from being on the road. Like the people that don't know any better driving those vehicles and hurting somebody. But I definitely I couldn't go get a sticker on my car right now. I'm not gonna lie, my sticker expired like 2 months ago, and I have a little bit of quarter panel rust, and it won't pass for a sticker because of that. It runs, it drives, brand new brakes, e-brake works, all the lights work, and I know for a fact if I take it into a shop, I won't get a sticker on it.
Yeah,
and that's kind of bullshit.
It is bullshit, I agree. Also, I figured out the name of that game.
What is it?
Def Jam.
That sounds like a shitty game.
No, dude, it was like the best fucking fighting game. You'll have to look at watch videos or something later. It was pretty good. I liked it at least. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I trust some, basically Kyle behind the wheel of a shitbox like that than an 80-year-old woman who keeps forgetting to go see a mechanic to get shit fixed.
Yeah.
Right. I think that rule's really set for people that are completely oblivious to the fact that their car's going to break.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not only that, like, there is a lot of vehicles on the road that are like, if there was any kind of accident, everybody would be fucking dead.
Right.
Or
Right.
like ball joints and shit. I understand that because if one of those lets go, I mean, you've seen the trucks with the tires up into the inner fender.
Bro, I went down the highway. Me and Aubrey's first fucking date, bro, and my wheel bearing was gone. And every single lug nut stripped
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
off, and I almost lost the tire doing 75 down I-95.
It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Remember when I lived with you that winter, the Saab, it had ball tires, and the only reason why the brakes worked is because I had a pair of vice grips pinching off the front brake line.
Oh my god, I remember this now.
Yeah, but that was a standard, so at least I could downshift and slow down.
That had nothing to do with that summer before us beating the absolute piss out of that thing. No.
Dude, remember when we went to the high school parking lot that night, and I was doing reverse donuts in the Saab, and then the fucking dash lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yes. Do you remember the night in that snowstorm when I let Devin do drifties in my car and he almost flipped my car into the ditch?
Yeah, I was looking through my pictures the other day and found the video, and I was like, "What happened, Dev? I know you said that. You were like, "What happened, Dev?" He's like, "I don't want to talk about it."
You remember when it first happened? He's like, "You need to get in the driver's seat. You need to get in the driver's seat." It's like, why does it make a fucking difference? We're in the ditch now.
The whole time he was like, "Carl, don't put us in the ditch. Don't put us in the ditch." He literally just pulled out of the high school parking lot, put in the ditch.
Literally almost rolled the car.
Yeah.
Like, almost rolled the fucking car.
And it was like probably between 10 and midnight. I had to call my dad. He was out plowing, and he shows up. He was pissed.
Yeah, he was not happy about that.
No, he was like, "You guys need to go home." I'm like, "Hey, Dad."
Blame Dev.
Yeah. Then we went home and got drunk.
Yep. Typical Saturday night in Maine.
Pretty much. I don't know. Hey, you want to roll the dice for me?
Yep.
All right.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got 5 crabs.
I don't know if I should be mad or disappointed in the fact that you had to count that out.
I added that link, by the way, so you have both
Oh,
of
the
them.
right one. All right. So I'm just going to do the first one. So, the first one is Arizona man arrested after dumping a woman out of a wheelchair on a train while wearing reindeer slippers. So
What the fuck possesses somebody to do that?
Drugs.
I don't know. I probably should have read the article beforehand, but it was like 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, so one of the quotes is, "Despite his reindeer slippers, this criminal is not spreading holiday cheer."
Maybe he was a homeless man and that was going to be his transportation, so he needed the wheelchair. He's like, I need this more than you.
Officials said as the train pulled into the station, 26-year-old, not saying his name, grabbed the woman's chair as she tried to hold on before eventually dumping her onto the floor.
I shouldn't be laughing. I'm going to hell.
Okay.
Ooh, read another one.
Read another one? Okay. Alright, we'll do I only had 2.
Read a couple. Oh, okay, you're good.
Okay, so this is, bank robber gave teller his actual ID during an ill-fated heist. Okay, so a Chicago bank robber suspect gave a teller his state-issued ID along with a withdrawal slip demanding $10,000 during an ill-fated heist Monday, federal prosecutors said. I'm not saying their name. entered a PNC bank in the city's whatever, and waited in line for a teller and deposit ticket with the words armed and no die packs. Quick-witted bank employee to press a silent alarm. I don't know if this is the same one.
That's close enough.
And
What was your thought process behind that, though?
I don't know.
Like,
to be
that
honest,
seems like a. Go ahead.
to be honest with you, this wasn't really going to be one of my topics. This was more just going to be like a quick segment. So I don't really know what to say.
Well, we can just edit it out. So, I mean, just keep rolling with it. We can piece together all the good parts.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's. Nah, fuck it. We'll keep that in. But yeah, okay. Roll the dice next. Since we've been.
Well, this actually works. Mine is. What do you guys think about the afterlife?
What do you
So,
mean?
well,
Death.
yeah. Well, what comes after death? Considering Kyle thinks he's gonna go to hell.
Well, if there is heaven and hell, I don't know. I'm not religious.
Well, I just find,
Yeah, I'm not either.
I find it funny in the topic of all these, religions all across the world, and there are people who believe that they're just gonna sit in the ground for the next eternity with nothing, no consciousness, no nothing.
That's.
Speaking of. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if I really think about it, I don't think. I don't know. Like, 'cause part of me thinks like, nothing's gonna happen. Like, there's just too much shit in the world for there to actually be a god. Like, if there really was a god, do you think he'd let children starve and like children would get molested and shit? Like, if he does, then that's pretty fucked. Like, you think if there was a god, the minute there'd be a child molester, he'd strike him fucking down.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of hell, though. Is there's sinners and there's saints.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm not religious either. Like, but it's just I think that's like God can't control everything. He just controls like I feel like God controls the good and then Satan controls the bad. So he's like, fuck yeah, do what you want. Not supporting any of that shit, but like that's Satan shit.
I think that's actually
Yeah.
like how the belief goes. Those kind of awful people are essentially sinners, and that there's the devil in them. Satan is like within them.
Yeah.
yeah, but still, like, don't you think, like, the minute if God's this all-powerful being, he should be able to sense the fact that people have the devil in them and just be like, fucking lightning bolt.
This isn't Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Cody. Okay.
I know. I don't know. But I would like to think that there's something out there. Like, I've found, like, as I've gotten older, like, when I was, like, 18, I was like, I'll never die. I'm fucking unstoppable. But then 4 years later, I'm 22, and, like, I still think that. But then every once in a while, I get a little, like, that could kill me. And it's like, maybe don't do that. But then the 22 comes back out, and it's like, fuck it. So, I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was going to believe anything, I'd believe, like, reincarnation.
Yeah, I hope that. I want to be fucking like buried or some shit.
Well, it's just the only reason why I say that is because, like, I don't know, it's hard to believe that, like, me, like, if I just die,
You're
then-
nothing.
exactly, like, that's just hard to believe. Like, the thing that makes most sense to me is, like, the energy be put into something else. You know what I mean? Like, this, I don't know. Maybe.
There's actually a belief that like once you die, you just like are born again, and you just have no memory of your past life, and birthmarks and shit like that are scars from your past life or the way that you died in your past life.
Yeah, I think that's Buddhism.
Wait,
I think you're
scars or birthmarks?
birthmarks are like scars from your past life.
That would make sense because I got one in my side that goes like if I was stabbed or shot, I guess it's more of a bullet hole. It would go like right through my heart.
Mm-hmm. Also, you guys want to know a neat little tip I found out this weekend about the afterlife?
More.
In the state of Maine, they just passed a law, or they're trying to pass a law. I'm not sure if it's passed or has been trying to be passed, that you can have a Viking funeral as a ceremony now in Maine. And you know what that means?
Noah.
They
Yep.
they literally put you on a bed of sticks and burn you.
Oh my
It's an open cremation, and they're trying to. I can't remember if it's legal or they're trying to make it legal in Maine now.
Dude, that'd be kind of sick. Like, if I, like, thinking about it right now, the coolest fucking send-off would be, like, put my body on a boat like they did in Vikings, light on fire, and push it out to sea.
Yeah, and then they miss, and the game warden shows up. It's like, you're gonna have to go get that, you know, right?
Game warden shows up and finds him.
Well, I was with a couple buddies. They kept making jokes because apparently, allegedly, burning human flesh smells like pork. And one of the buddies I was hanging out with was like, yeah, all of a sudden you're like really hungry and you're like, I could go for some barbecue right now.
Oh, that was something I got thinking about the other day. Like, I'm not a cannibal, but, like, what does human taste like?
Pork.
Are you sure, though? Like, how do you know? You've never tasted it.
I watched Bones, man.
Yeah, but come on now. Like, this is a TV show. Like, I'm serious.
It's based
like,
on true events.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you were given the chance with no repercussions, would you try something?
No.
Yeah, no.
Fucking pussies.
You would try it?
If it was cooked good. I don't know.
If it was prepared to my liking. I like my human meat like medium rare.
I don't know. I mean,
with a
what?
side of tapenade.
Like, I've never, if anybody's ever like, hey, you want to try this? Unless it's like, I don't know, because I have this weird thing where, like, I don't like eating other people's food. But, like, if it's like my dad or something, he would always cook weird shit, and he'd be like, you want to try this? And I'd be like, hell yeah. And then I'd
Wait.
eat it, it'd be good.
Wait, so you won't eat after somebody, but you will eat somebody, is what you're saying. Right
No,
now.
no. I'll eat it for somebody. I mean, like if I go over to somebody's house for dinner and, or not, yeah. I
And
guess
they offer you a piece of human meat.
No. I mean, like, okay, so say you invited me over for dinner, right? And you made, I don't know, steak. And
Yep.
I would go up and get my piece, and I'd just cut off a little piece, and I'd eat that. And you'd be like, oh, I have some more. And even if I was fucking starving, I'd be like, no, man, I'm full. I just don't like eating people's food. I don't know.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so here's the scenario for you, just because now this has piqued my interest. And this goes for you too, Brandon. You're on an island. You're the only one left alive. The only food on the island is a dead body that you found. Would you eat it to survive?
How decomposed is it? Is it like a fresh dead body?
I'd say like it's a fresh kill. Like maybe like a day old at max.
I'd fucking eat it.
Is
Brandon?
it the only food on the island? Like, is there anything else on the
It
island?
is the only fucking thing you can eat. I mean, there's like water and shit, obviously, but you need food. You're like, I'm about to hit the snack bar and eat everything they got fucking there hungry.
I'd sooner try and find fish before eating that body.
There are no fish, they're all dead. It's a scenario, Brandon. You gotta follow the scenario.
I probably wouldn't, but I also probably wouldn't survive anything else.
Yeah, no, Brandon would last one day. He
Yeah.
would literally land on the island, wake up, and be like, where's the internet?
Do I get Wi-Fi signal out here?
You know what I would do? I'd make a smoker, and I would smoke that human. I'd make beef. No,
Like
I'd
one of
make
those
human
big
jerky.
pig roasts, like the
Yeah.
sticks with the wall. You got
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you got sticks, you got food.
How? You can eat wood,
Eat the
Brandon?
sticks. I don't eat a body.
Wait,
No.
you can't eat wood. You'd be shitting for like a month, bro. It's so much fiber.
Brandon, you don't eat beef. You wouldn't eat a fucking stick.
I probably would eat beef on the fucking island. Nothing.
I can just picture Brandon sitting there with a stick and being like, scrumptious.
Rub it to the sand for some salt.
Yeah, some added flavor, some texture.
These chicken nuggets are good.
That would be Cody as he's cutting up his human meat.
Exactly. I'd eat it. What about you, Kyle? Would you eat it?
I mean, if it came down to it, I guess if it was absolutely no, I couldn't do it. I'd starve. Fuck it. No,
Dude, fucking day one, I'd be like, I'm so hungry, and I'd be fucking filleting that bitch.
The way
Damn,
I
and
would
make
probably
me some
vomit
pork
the
chops
moment
out of
it
you.
touches my tongue.
What'd you say, Brent?
I said the way I am, I'd probably vomit by the time it touches my tongue.
Yeah, probably. Fair enough. All right. Okay. Wait. No. Hold on. If you were stranded somewhere and you could bring just one item, whether it's survival or comfort, whatever, what item would it be?
No comment.
What were you gonna say? Pocket pussy.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, actually.
Dig a hole, Kyle.
Dude, I don't want sand on my dick. Ew, that's just chafing.
Screaming eagle. No, screaming seagull.
Screaming.
You know what that is?
No.
It's when you fuck on a beach and then you stick your dick in the sand and stick it back in her and she's screaming like a seagull.
Why would you know that?
Because I do. Oh, speaking of that, you know what I
Went to
found
Florida.
today?
I don't want to know what you found today. If that's your cross jump to another topic, I don't want to know what it is.
No, you gotta hear it. So it's called the Baldo.
Is this where you're telling Corey at the end of the day?
Yeah. So what it is it's like this rubber. It's a rubber dildo, but the sides are like empty. There's no like rubber there, and it's hollow. And you stuff your balls into it, and you use, and then you can fuck with your balls.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of things. But yeah.
Next topic.
Alright. Ready, Kyle?
You know what the worst part is?
What?
Jordan's friend's over and she probably hear me. She probably thinks I'm a fucking lunatic.
You're not. You're just a creeper.
I'm not a creeper.
She's a creeper.
Okay,
She's
Baldo.
listening.
What?
All right. I don't know if I'm ready.
No, hold on. What brand? I don't talk to any of the friends that I had in high school. I talk to Brandon. That's it.
Yeah. I talked to maybe like one of the people I graduated with.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's sad to think back on. Like even my sisters, like they hate school too, but I tell them like, you gotta enjoy it. I remember people telling me that, and I was like, nah, fuck that. I can't. Wait
Yeah,
to
that's
get out.
bullshit.
Yeah, I was like, I can't fucking wait to get out. But no, you really gotta enjoy it because it
Right.
goes by fast, and then you're out in the real world. You work 5 days a week. Half the money just goes to bills.
Right. That's my biggest regret in high school is not trying hard enough and not enjoying it while it lasted. I was so just focused on getting out of there that I never was there.
I agree.
I guess in a sense.
I agree with you. Like my first 2 years, I took double classes just so I wouldn't have to be there as much in senior year. Like I had half a day every day in senior year.
Yep.
And looking
I
back,
just barely showed up.
yeah, I didn't show up a lot.
Yeah,
My dad.
I also had half days because the full day I had, I just went home halfway through the day.
Yeah,
Not the best fucking choice I've made, but
dude.
They still graduated.
fucking under the wire. Yeah, because I probably skipped about 3 months worth of math classes because I detested math. And when it finally came down to the final, I sat down, I looked at them all, and I thought, wow, all this stuff here is all the 3 months that I had skipped. Wasn't anything before, wasn't anything around that. And I answered maybe 5 questions, and I knew I was going to fail. I kind of expected that I'd be going to summer school, but the teacher gave me a fucking pass. I think I got like an 80 or something. Like, he fucking let me through. There's no way I should have passed.
Yeah, it happens.
Such is life.
Yep. Like college, looking back on it, I wish I went because I think I missed a lot of experiences. But at the same time, like it's a fucking money pit.
Yeah, you're getting your trade right now, and so are you, Kyle.
I know.
I don't
I
think
don't know.
college is nearly as necessary as, like, I get it's a good way for a lot, like those higher up, like Noah's brothers going for chemical engineering. You can't go walk up to wherever the fuck you apply for that and say, yeah, I got my high school degree, they said I'm good. Like, I can understand that. Like, you need to be able to show that you can do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I think school in general, high school doesn't really prepare you nearly as much as you should.
Oh fucking no! I mean, like especially for people that don't go to college, like you get out of high school and then all of a sudden you have you have to get an apartment, you have to get a job, you have to pay taxes, you have to like build your credit, like all this shit that they don't tell you about in high school, and then you get thrown out into it immediately.
Yeah, the
and you
fact
just
that
have to, like learn it.
like financial or personal finance, I took that class because my parents said it'd be a good idea, and it was, and that wasn't even a fucking like you didn't have to actually take that class, but they made you take art. That was mandatory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so ass backwards. It's not even funny.
I know.
Like, don't teach us how to like pay bills or money management or anything like that. You just need to learn how to draw pictures.
Dude, oh my art teacher was a fucking douche.
Was it the
Mine was
Frenchie?
a bitch.
Mine
Do we
So-
do we want to call him Frenchie?
Yeah, we'll call him Frenchie. So I sat with a group of, one of them was my friend, and the rest were like, I don't know, her friends, I guess. And one of them was super bitchy. So she would literally just like get me going, because I might have a little bit of a temper. But like, so like when I get mad, like I just say what's on my mind. So I called one day, I was like, you know what? Why you gotta be such a fucking bitch? And then the art teacher sent me out and told me to go to the principal's office because she was egging me on all class. And he's like, that's no way to talk to a lady. And I'm like, that's not a lady, that's the fucking devil.
He
And then that's when he sent me out. So instead of going to the principal's, I went to like one of my favorite teachers, which she was like, I don't know, she more understood the fact that I hated school, so she would like help me out with a lot of my subjects and stuff because I don't know, she was the only one I liked. So I went to her instead and just sat in her class and did work. And the assistant principal ended up coming down, dragging me down. He's like, why didn't you come to my office? And I was like, because I didn't want to come to your office. I shouldn't even have been kicked out of class. And he was like, all right, well, next time just come to my office.
That's the one thing I hated about high school is like even though you were on the verge of going out into the real world, if you weren't going to college, they still treated you as if you were like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
the one thing I hated is like it's like you're not above me just because you're older than me. Like I'm that type of person. I give respect when I get respect, and half those teachers do not give you the time of day, the
Nope.
respect.
Nope. Well, do you blame them? I mean, they go to college, spend all that money, go into school, and they get paid shit. Like,
Right.
teachers should get paid a lot more. At least, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Not.
I think they deserve more
there
pay.
There should be a balance of incentive and pay. It shouldn't be focused on pay because then the teachers just go in there for a goddamn paycheck.
No, I agree with you, Brett. I agree with you, man.
You can tell like the teachers they were there for the students.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yep. And it's just sad to think about. Like, they have kids in a house and a shitty ass car that they barely pay for. Like, it just sucks. It sucks. And then you got these billion-dollar companies, I guess you could say. They're just fucking shitheads. They get paid billions of dollars to be shitheads. I don't know. The world's a fucking place right now.
Yes,
It's
sir.
kind of been like that for quite a long time.
It's gotten bad in the past. Like, the worst, like, I guess not the worst part, but I got thinking about it the other day, and I've been out of high school for 4 years, I think. No, what are we coming on? 5 years. We're coming on 5 years. And I remember when I got my license, I got my first vehicle. Or no, I guess not the first vehicle. Let's say the second one. I bought it for $500, and it was an actually decent running vehicle. Now you look for $500 vehicles, and they're just shit box, like rusted out piles of crap that you couldn't even put on the road if you wanted to. Like, what's gonna happen in 20 years when these brand new vehicles have touchscreen radios, all these modules, all this shit? They become the vehicles that high school kids need to buy, and they're 20 grand for something with 300,000 miles on it.
Right, and the computer inside the dash is 10 grand, and if it breaks, the whole vehicle won't run.
Exactly. Like, it's fucking scary to think about. Like,
Yeah.
you don't think about it when you get into a brand new car and it has all this crazy cool stuff, and you're like, oh man, that's sweet. Yeah, wait about 10 years and all the shit breaks, and then it comes like 10 grand just to fix a car. Not only that, but these vehicles get old enough and the manufacturers stop making parts for them. So what happens when you can't get that one module that runs the entire vehicle?
Yeah, isn't Saab run on like completely used parts circulating?
Kinda. I mean, there's one company that still kind of makes them, but there's only certain parts. I mean, I don't know. It's fucking scary to think about.
I need a flux capacitor for my car.
Yeah. I mean, everything is just becoming debt.
We're a society of waste. Like, you know what I mean? We're meant to buy new things and throw the old thing away. There's no keeping anything anymore. Everything's supposed to be bought, and then once it gets old, just throw it away. There's no reusing anything.
Nope. It's scary to think about.
Yep.
It's fucking terrifying.
They literally build things nowadays. Like, well, just like phones. You buy the brand new iPhone, and a year later, the next one comes out. And then the year after that, the next one comes out. And it's literally like barely any fucking differences, but people keep buying them. Mm-hmm. And what they do with the old phones, they either trash them or they sell them to somebody else. Or like, you know what I mean? There's no value in keeping something nice and keeping it for a long time anymore.
Oh, I know. Which sucks because I'm really big on that. Like, everything I have is just like very well maintained. I take care of everything. Like, if you buy a good product and maintain it, it'll last forever.
Exactly.
And that's how I treat everything. But then the problem,
a lot of times now stuff isn't made for that though anymore. Like a lot, like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't build things to last.
No, not only that, but the biggest problem is somebody who does that, maintains it, you know, they could sell that for the same amount as somebody that just beat the shit out of it, didn't take care of it, and then decided to sell it. They put the same price tag on both of them.
Right. Well, it's just like, it's also the same point of like when iPhone went through that scandal of the fact that they were giving updates to phones that were literally trashing the phone. Mm-hmm. So the people had to upgrade to the newest phone. Mm-hmm. Like, if that isn't, like, how many other companies are doing that and people just don't realize it?
Nobody gives a shit. That's the biggest problem. Nobody does anything.
No, and everybody's just like, oh, I'm just going to go buy the newest thing anyway. So it's like...
Exactly. It's stupid. So, why don't we pick a new topic? I think that one was...
Oh, fuck.
Whose is that?
That was yours. What was that? The spring break.
Damn.
Yeah.
We ventured way off topic.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's what this is all about. We just fucking roll with it, man. Well, all right. So that means it's what, Brandon?
Yeah. I'll go back. So, new music you've discovered. So you guys can give it a little second to think. There's one that I've been thinking about. There's a band called Suspect 208 that it's sort of like a legacy almost, because it's the children of rock stars. Stone Temple Pilots singer Scott Weiland, his son was the vocalist on that band. The drummer is Slash's son, and the bassist is Robert Trujillo's son, who is currently the bassist for Metallica. And they've come out with 3 singles now. And unfortunately, Scott Weiland had passed away from drug abuse 6 years ago. And from what I've read, his son is starting to follow those footsteps, because they made 2 singles with him, and he was kicked out of the band because of that kind of shit. And now they got some new kid, but I mean, the new singer they got, I think he's pretty good. I like the new song they have out, and the guitarist, despite the fact that, you know, he doesn't have any big name as his father or a parent, he's actually really good. And I think he'll make a pretty decent name for himself.
Sick.
Have you guys listened to any new music that touched you funny?
I got into this new, I guess genre you could call it, where it's like, I don't know, it's like kind of hippie music, but I've kind of been enjoying it. Like, one of the songs is, let me get my playlist because I can't remember who sang it, but one of them, it's called Cringe by Matt Mason.
Haven't heard of it. Is it like bluegrass or?
No, I don't think we can play it on here, can we? It's a
probably not. But
can you play a second?
No.
Fuck.
What was it by Matt Mason?
Yeah, Mattmaeson. He also has another one called Hallucinogenics.
I know that song. It's a really good song.
Yeah, it's like that kind of song.
Tripping on the hallucinogenics.
Yeah, it's like that kind of music. I don't know. It's just like it's been hitting me different. But I do like every type of music except for like classical. But
I felt like a lot of music nowadays, like I guess back in the day, it's kind of the same. It's whatever people follow what's popular, like what the 70s all the way through the 80s. People kind of stuck to general rock style, and I feel like nowadays you don't get a song that, or at least in mainstream, that's not in some way rap or pop. Like they always have some semblance of that.
See, my thing is like I've never followed those trends. I've always just like listened to whatever hit me, right? You know what I mean? Like you get that one song that comes on and you're like, you feel it and you're like, hell yeah.
You didn't go like to the Billboard 200 to find what's popular to what for you to listen to.
Exactly. I've always just like, if I heard a song and I liked it, I add it to the playlist. Like that's how I've always been. So my playlist is so mixed. It's like that hippie stuff, like I just said. I got rap in there. I got country in there. I got rock in there. I got classic rock in there. Like I listen to everything. It just depends on how it hits.
Depends on my mood.
Yeah, that too. Like
yeah,
that too. Like if you're sad, you listen to some of like the breakup songs, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know.
I've discovered like a lot of times when I'm listening to my vinyl, if it's like a certain genre that maybe I'm not feeling it, like whether I'm feeling like upbeat or at least like tired or something. It's not what I don't want to listen to like metal blaring.
Yeah.
But then if I'm next day, like I had a whole stack that I had put aside because I wasn't feeling it, because I listened to it and I thought, oh, I don't really like this, and then a couple months later I'd gone back to it and actually quite liked most of it.
Yeah, it just really depends on, I guess, how you feeling.
I go through moods, and then it depends on, like, I'll go through phases as well, where I'll listen to only one genre for a while, and then kind of switch it up and go to a different one once I get sick of that one.
Yeah, I do that too. Like, recently, I haven't been listening to it steady, but every once in a while, like, when I pull a car in, and they have the country station on, and it's a good one, I'm like, I can get back into country.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. It just really depends on how it hits you, I guess.
I've been getting into a lot of the classic rock and older rock, because that's all my boss and my boss's main man listen to, because they're both like 57.
Yeah.
So I listen to a lot of that kind of era of music.
There's like 3 different, so like AC/DC, every time any of their songs, it hits me every time. Or like that one song, Journey. What's that one, Brandon? You know what I'm talking
about? What? Oh fuck! It's been a while since I've kind of drifted away a little bit from a lot of the classic rock, but
there's that Journey song. I can't think of it now, but then there's the one
Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah, Don't Stop Believing.
Was that the one that guy who drove by on his fucking Harley with the American flag and was that what he was blasting?
I don't know.
But I think that's what it was.
One. And then there's the living on a prayer.
Yeah, Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bon Jovi hits every once in a while too.
Lemon on a pear.
But we have time for one more.
Well, I think a lot of music nowadays is kind of focused around singles. Like no one really seems to put the full effort into a whole album, and I feel like I used to like focus on singles too, but ever since getting into vinyl, I've really started appreciating a full album, because you can find singles, but you got 45s, but I think a full album really is a lot better now.
If you think about it, like an album is like a TV show, and a single is like a movie.
Yeah, there's so much more that can be fit on it. I mean, there's a band called Mastodon, and a lot of their music is a lot of like that really heavy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one song off of one of their albums that's a single, and it's really a lot more like upbeat, not quite poppy, but lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd listen to that and you think, oh, I like this band, let me go check them out, and all of a sudden you're getting hit with some heavy stuff.
I think the age of CDs and records and cassettes and all that kind of coming to an end, and we're coming to the new age of Spotify and music streaming apps has really killed the whole album thing as a whole. And I don't think it's necessarily. I think that's what's causing it, in my opinion.
What's funny is a couple of years ago that would have been the case, but as of recently, I've heard that like vinyl's back on the rise. A lot of bands are actually putting their music on vinyl.
Yeah, because it's coming like a fad.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm right there with you though. Like,
Yeah.
You know that. Like, I love records.
Yeah.
They claim that records is the clearest, purest sound possible out of music.
Plus, you can never get that little static from some CD.
Right. I love my record player. Absolutely love it. Vinyl is awesome.
Cody doesn't know nothing about that. He's all digital.
Yeah. This category is a little off for me because I really think I don't
that's
know
how
any
I feel
names.
about you guys talking about cars.
Fair enough. I don't know any names or album titles.
Well,
or anything. I just kind of just listen to
You know what you
whatever
like,
comes on.
but that's also what's important.
Well, Brandon got me Red Hot Chili Peppers vinyl. I think it was last year.
Yeah.
Speaking
before
of
that,
that, I think we got a birthday coming up, don't we, Brandon?
Yeah, I already got some stuff set aside.
So let's have a good, mainly the boys, happy birthday to our good host, Kyle.
Oh, thank you
Happy
guys.
birthday.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Huh. Just another day.
Just 1 year closer to death.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think we got time for one more topic if we want to get one.
All right, Kyle, what do you want to do? Make it count.
Oof. Put me on the spot. All right, so I'm just gonna say this outright. I'm a foodie. Love food. You know, like I don't know. This summer, one of my goals, I guess, kind of kicking back to the old topic, is I want to try as many different and new food restaurants and fast food in general, as I can. Like, and so leading off of this, now that I'm rambling, is what are some of your guys' favorite fast food or food places to go?
I just want to say real fast about how not too long ago you're like, I want to be healthy. I'm feeling really fat. And now we're here. It's like, I want to try every single fast food restaurant there is.
Well, like I don't like it's all in moderation. I have
Yeah.
definitely changed up my eating habits because I was eating like shit there for a while. But I guess I wouldn't narrow it down just to fast food restaurants. But like, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff like that on like people trying like a bunch of different restaurants and like eating the whole menu. I wouldn't do that, but like it just, I don't know. It seems like something fun to do. Like, cause I used to be a picky eater. I went to the same places. I wouldn't try anything new. And I just want to get out of that. I want to get out of my comfort zone and try new things. I guess that's kind of the theme of this summer's goal, is to broaden my horizons.
Yeah.
But anyways,
No, I think me and Jordan been talking about that too because like we want to have date night and stuff because we used to have date night every Thursday night. But the problem is like we have to go to the same restaurants around here. So we've been trying to go to like different restaurants, but I don't know. It's just kind of like there isn't a whole lot around. But I get what you're saying. Like I'm sick of going to the same places every time.
right. Like whenever we go, it's always, let's go to like Applebee's or like McDonald's or like fucking Subway. I also want to try supporting, like I said, fast food. I kind of changed my mind about that. I would rather I kind of want to start supporting local small mom and pop places, like the places you wouldn't think to go.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot too. That's why like I go to Liberty Tree and Waldoboro. Shout out. Like it's just like I've been trying to do a lot more because I was talking to Dad about it one day because you know like especially nowadays and age where like money is like tight for a lot of people. Like you always go online, try to find the cheapest thing, you know what I mean? Like try to find the same product for the cheapest amount, but then you forget like that's kind of what's killing these small businesses. So I've been going to a lot more small businesses and paying that extra little bit just to support them.
Right, because small businesses run America.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like I don't want one day just America. No small business, just all corporations. Like I don't want to keep feeding the hungry cash cow that is corporations. I don't know. But
That is the man.
exactly. Like one thing actually that I've been like, because I've never liked sushi, and then I tried it one day, and I fucking love sushi now. So there's that sushi restaurant in Rockland. I think I want to start going to. The only problem is Jordan doesn't like seafood, so yeah.
I would be down to go to a place like that. I probably wouldn't like it, but I'm still like I would try some stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to start going to more different places. 'Cause, yeah.
Yeah, Noah
All right,
wants to take me to a little Japanese place up in Bangor. 'Cause he went to one up there. And my dad said that kind of like sushi or that eating raw fish is a very much of a certain palate. Like I feel the way I am, I probably wouldn't eat raw fish.
Well, see, that's the thing is like when I first started getting into sushi, I went to this one sushi place and I got sashimi instead of like a sushi roll, and so all that is like literally a big old chunk of raw fish on top of rice. I did not like that. Like it just felt weird because I just started eating it. But if you get sushi where it's like it's got a lot of other stuff than a little bit of raw fish, it's actually really good. It's just depending on what you order, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's really not that bad.
All right, so on that topic, if you were to go to a restaurant right now, or like any kind of food place, what would be your top pick right now?
Like, so if I could get any type of food, what would I get?
Yeah, like more like from restaurants we've gone to in the past. Like just name like right off the top of your head favorite restaurant.
Okay, so there's one up in Wyndham where we have the shooting range. And so there's this one sushi place, I guess you could call it, and it's like it's kind of off the radar, I guess you could say. Like I googled it and I just scrolled through to find it, and dude, we went in there, best sushi I've ever had. They had these pomegranate margaritas that were fucking awesome. Like you couldn't even taste the alcohol. I had 3 of them. Actually, funny story. So I had one, and then I had the second one. And then right before we left, I ordered a third one. And she comes up to me, the waitress, and she touches my shoulder. And she goes, "Oh, honey, you sure? You sure you okay? You know drive, right?" And I was like, nah. She's driving. She's like, "Oh, okay. I'll be right back with your margarita." I was like, thanks. But dude, yeah, that place was awesome. The place is awesome.
I'll have to try. You'll take me up there sometime.
Yeah, definitely. We'll go shoot in the summer.
For sure. Brandon, what's yours?
Well, I'm a sucker for seafood. Went up to Augusta for obviously to get that TV, and we were hoping to go to Red Barn like we do every year, because that's kind of like just a tradition for me and my parents. And unfortunately, they were closed, or at least, I think they're closed right now, and won't open for like another month or so. And their menu's limited with everything going on. So we had to look around. We drove around for a bit trying to find something. We sat down, or we found a little restaurant called Liz, or Lisa, and we ended up sitting down. And there's what we assumed was a bunch of college kids next to us. And only thing I remember is one of them saying something along the lines of the back of my cock, and I thought, this is not where I want to be. I don't know what conversation they're having over there, but we found out that it was like 11 o'clock or 11:30, and it turns out they didn't serve lunch till 12 or 12:30, and so we decided we could either drive around for a bit, find something else, or we could come back. So we ended up going, and we ended up finding another place, a really small dive called the Fry House, and it wasn't very big. It's like really, really small. You got the kitchen was probably bigger than the eating area. And there's only a couple tables. I think the whole point of it was you would go in, order your food, and take it to go or something. I don't know if they might have tables in the summertime outside, but we ended up sitting down and having that. And I thought because I normally get the shrimp, and I thought it was as good as the winter fare, which I used to have when I was a kid. And I held that up at a pretty high pedestal.
Huh.
I
No
don't
doubt.
think I've ever had that.
No, I haven't either. Not that I believe.
You guys have you ever had seafood? I know that lobster, obviously. And
I'm not a big seafood person
No.
personally. No.
Well, just growing up with dad, who's a lobster,
Yeah.
I've eaten a lot of seafood, so like it's like not a delicacy anymore. But I also fucking love seafood.
Yeah.
Like I love it. I could eat it every day. I'd be fine. Oh, so quick, just in case. I don't know. Shout out to the sushi place I was talking about in Wyndham. It's called Eagle Sushi and Steakhouse. Quick shout out.
Yeah. So I just want to say, I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but one of my favorite restaurants, it's actually a bar technically, have you ever been to the Depot in Gardner?
No.
So it's really kind of like a bar / restaurant. I've gone there a lot with one of my old coworkers. Bar, really cool. It's got like a copper top bar, huge bar. Bartenders, wait staff, everybody's super friendly. It's a nice place. Really, it's not like a dive. Like when you go into a bar, sometimes it's a hit or miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The atmosphere is really good. It's all like post and beam. The aesthetic is like really, really cool, and the food is bomb. Like no matter what you get there, it's good. I like their pizzas. It's all like handmade dough, like all of that, and their burgers are really good. Just really everything I've gotten there so far is really, really top notch.
I have to check it out.
And so it's worth the drive up there. I mean, and they've got like I think I can't remember right off the top of my head, so many beers on tap. Like it's just it's really, yeah, Cody, they do like samplers and stuff there. It like we should go sometime. Like if we go up to Augusta next time, we're going to the Depot. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
When we go
to
up
me.
to Paul Blumens, we'll hit them up for lunch.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I've like always kind of felt this way, but ever since the Ford dealership moved out of that little lot, I really wish that our town would just strap down and turn that into like a little lot like we have over early, you know, like that one where Five Guys is next to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Like that. That'd be great to have like
That would
just a little spot.
Yep.
Because
I think
that would help the town too.
we need a lot more like options to eat too, because it's either like Applebee's or it's like high end restaurants that cost $40 a plate.
Yeah.
Like Samoset, fucking Park Street,
Yeah.
Waterworks.
Mm.
Waterworks is pretty good though. Shout out to
Waterworks-
Waterworks. That place is dank.
Dang. Brass Compass is the shit.
Ooh, Brass Compass. Mm-hmm.
And
That's my shit. Or Cum Springs and Union. Have you ever been there, Cody?
yeah, that's good too.
That's pretty good. It's not the like. I mean, I've had some stuff there, but their breakfast is pretty fucking spot on.
No, what's that one that used? I don't know if it's still there. It used to be in Waldoboro, right next to the Big Apple.
Debs.
Debs.
So that it's not there anymore, but there is one down in South Bristol.
Dude, Debs was the shit. That was good too. Anyways, we're an hour and 14 minutes in, so
Yeah.
probably call it right there. But thanks for listening, and
If
yeah,
there's
don't forget.
anybody out there.
Yeah, don't forget to tell your friends. You know, I think we're gonna record every Thursday nights and post it Sunday nights. So
If you have any ideas on topics as well, or anything you would really like to hear us talk about, please let us know.
yeah, just send us an email. We'll have the email up on the website. And yeah, so thanks for
Yeah.
listening.
Good,
If you hated it, also let us know.
Just
What
leave a
can we do
5-star
better?
comment no matter what.
good.
Yeah, all right.
But- Peace.